I've been told throughout my career, never burn a bridge. Well, over time, I actually learned that that's not the best advice. Trent Cotton, author of sprintrecruiting.com and futurist, let's unpack this subject. In life, there comes times where it is important to be able to cut ties with an organization, with a group of people, or an individual. Unlike most people just burn the bridge and move on. I like to actually kind of blow it up so that way there's no possibility of me returning. And there are three times in life, or even in my professional career, where I kind of look at it and say, okay, this makes sense. It is time for me to burn that bridge. Let's go through them. The first one is to establish boundaries. I think it is incredibly important, especially for futurists, because we are overachievers. We want to do everything for everybody, we want to succeed. And usually in the process, boundaries are broken. If you find yourself working with a group of individuals or working in an organization that just doesn't respect your boundaries, it's time to burn that bridge, and it's okay. The second instance when I think that it's okay to burn a bridge is whenever you're trying to embrace a change and you're trying to move forward. There's a saying in startups that those who you start with are not who you scale with, and I think there's some truth to that in life. If you go back and you look throughout your life, there are people that are there for seasons. They were there to help you learn a lesson, help you get through a particular time, but they weren't there to be with you through every single step of the way. And that, again, that's okay. Learn when to let those type of people go. And especially if you find yourself trying to move forward in the organization or the team or your friends or whomever it is, if they're trying to hold you back, whenever you can see the possibility of moving forward and making things better for yourself, for your organization, it's time to burn the bridge. The third reason is to reduce negative influence. I want to stress there is a difference between people helping you be a little bit more realistic and people who are just being negative. So make sure that you take the time to discern, is this person just trying to help me be realistic about the goals that I have for the organization, transformation, or whatever you're trying to lead? Or are they just trying to drag me down because that's who they are? If it's the latter, you need to cut ties. I find that for me, it's a time suck, it's an energy suck, and I just don't have the energy to be able to deal with negative people in my life, whether it's in my personal life or in my professional life. Over time, I've learned how to cut these people off a lot earlier in the process. So I don't invest a lot of time or energy or focus in people who just enjoy being negative. So while I'm encouraging you to burn the bridges that need to be burned, I also want to caution you and encourage you to make sure that you kind of think it through. You don't want to make a hasty decision. I have always found that hasty decisions are the ones that always end up biting me in the end. But if you go through a thoughtful process and really identify that, hey, this particular situation meets one of the three definitions that we've already covered, burn the bridge and don't look back. You'll be better for it. So, with the teams that are waiting for you to lead them into the transformation or whatever the future is that you have planned. And it's going to also help you in your personal life because you won't be so drained from leading a project or a transformation that you take time and energy and focus away from those that you love the most. I hope you enjoyed this and hopefully that you learned something from a lot of my mistakes. This is a lesson that I still struggle with sometimes. But if you're interested in learning more, you can follow me on one of the two blogs. It's sprintrecruiting.com or Futurist. That's FUTHRIST.com. You can see it behind me. And be sure to subscribe. Thank you.